Hello everyone, it's me again, back with another video. So today I'm doing a little bit of a different video this time. Usually I focus on politics and stuff, but I'm just going to talk a bit about mental health. I feel like, this is nothing new. British people, or the general atmosphere of this country, the United Kingdom, has been so miserable last year. And for a very long time, I think. A lot of British people just, they're just so miserable. There's such a level of gloominess and negativity amongst people, amongst communities. There's not a lot of social cohesion. You obviously get pockets of that, especially where I am in the southwest of England. But I just wanted to talk about this because I've just recently experienced something in my personal life. I'm not going to get into it. Not going to get into the details, nitty gritty or anything. But yeah, it just made me think about it. Just do some self-reflection on myself and make this video for anyone who's feeling the same. I've had some major personal issues, but I just wanted to kind of tell everyone that the state that we are in the United Kingdom is so bad. Like, everything around us just isn't working here in the United Kingdom. The government just keeps on oppressing us and silencing our freedom of speech. Nothing works anymore. The NHS is dysfunctional. The native British indigenous people, the population, are being treated like dirt, whilst we bring in thousands and thousands of illegal migrants every month, every week even, housing them in hotels, and we're being taxed the hell out of us to pay for all these things, for all these policies and actions by the government, initiatives that don't do us any favour, that are not even for our own benefit. There's this kind of anti-individual, anti-motivation rhetoric in the Western world, and the governments, the elites, the authorities are trying to, it's part of their agenda to just trample down on masculinity, to trample down on individual meritocracy. People, especially young people in this country, don't have the drive, they don't have the motivation to work hard anymore. Everything they try, no matter how hard they try to make their lives better or to make their families better, it's just not working out. It feels like everything's just stacked against them. All the odds are stacked against them, and the government is not helping us, taxing the hell out of us. 20% tax that we pay on things that we don't even need. DEI initiatives, LGBT education and projects and all that nonsense, and propaganda being funneled into the mainstream media whilst we pay for our TV licenses. There's a lot of things. There's not a lot to be optimistic about in the UK. In the last Tommy Robinson rally, I was talking to this guy, this gentleman, and he was saying, like, it's just so hard to raise a family here in this country, in this modern time. The cost of living, especially, when your personal survival is under attack, and, you feel anxious and worried every single day, whether you're able to put food on the table, whether you can afford the rent, your salary's not going up, and, this cost of living really affects people's mental health. It's affected my personal mental health as well. One thing I was thinking about, I was talking to one of my friends, sometimes they feel like they're not able to go about pursuing certain hobbies because it's just too expensive for them to even go about pursuing their own interests, to have hobbies that they personally enjoy, and they simply can't do it because they have to spend money on it. And by by spending money on these hobbies. They have less money to pay for their food, their fuel, transportation, commute, rent, council tax, road tax, insurance for their cars, all sorts of expenses and utility bills. You know, people are genuinely worried in this country. And I'm not trying to, give anyone advice, but I can tell people who are watching this video, what's personally worked for me so far is just this inner spiritual healing, or an attempt to enter into the spiritual side of things. This is a Christian country, and there's hundreds of years of history of Christianity in this country, and it's time to go back to that sort of mythos, that kind of root, that foundation that built the West, that built Europe, that developed all the values and customs and ways of life that we cherish and we hold dearly. It doesn't matter what skin color you are, or what race or creed or anything. Everyone in this country is treated equally. There's a certain, that's what I love about the United Kingdom. There's a notion of fair play in this country. Everyone is granted sort of equal opportunities to be able to flourish and to be able to develop themselves, and personal growth and everything. So we need the United Kingdom. Essentially, it needs spiritual healing. Yes, of course, we can improve things like the economy and bring about more businesses, more jobs for people. Employment can increase. Just improving more job opportunities for everyone, and improving maybe infrastructure, making the NHS working and functional again. But all of that won't work unless we change our culture, unless we change ourselves individually. You can't bring about a mass positive movement or a shift in the paradigm unless you work on yourself and make real change within yourself. And that can only be done spiritually. It might seem a bit biased, but it is the teachings of Jesus Christ that founded the West, that founded this country, that founded the values. They are the underlying foundation behind everything that we cherish and everything that we value. Christ is the center of everything, and you can tap into this kind of spiritual realm, this Christian side of things, by reading the Gospels, by perhaps going to church, making prayers. That's really helped for me, and I've been trying my best to make prayers, but life is Jesus Christ said it himself. Life is tough. It's about overcoming challenges and fighting demons, and as it says in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, for we do not merely fight against flesh and blood, but against darkness, against authorities, against rulers, against principalities, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So it's time to toughen up, strengthen your own personal character, and align yourself with the Christian ethos. And that's all I have to say. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, because we really need change here in the United Kingdom, where it's all over in a short period of time. But it's never too late. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.